Hello, and welcome to Season 3 of Cabaret Beat. I am your host, Wydetta Carter, and I am thrilled to bring you more conversation with members of the Chicago Cabaret Professionals. This season, the Paris-inspired jazz club Le Piano in East Rogers Park, Chicago, is our backdrop. Today's guests are Gabriel Valentino and Staci Kelley. So come on in and join us for Cabaret Beat. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2.
Upon my temple, grace a kiss. Let the tide ebb and flow between our lips. Let sunrise and moonbeams swoon and sway. Swirl hand in hand till the day has passed, a halo reverie. Gentle suns and tender moons, may I feel the sunrise in you. Gentle suns and tender moons, la 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 la. Gentle suns and tender moons, moon glow soothes me in you too. Gentle suns and tender moons, la 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 la. Between our palms, let the evening awaken. Dusk, massage memory, past our melanin. Let the morning rest on our softest eye. Dawn, bless upon our mind, embrace the twilight. Gentle suns and tender moons, may I feel the sunrise in you. Gentle suns and tender moons, la 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 la. Gentle suns and tender moons, moon glow suits me in you too. Gentle suns and tender moons, la 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 la. Between our belly, let the sunlight, the warmth between us will brighten up the sky. Between our caress, let the moon crest our journey through this reverie. The moon will blissfully reflect. Gentle suns and tender moons, may I feel the sunrise in you. Gentle suns and tender moons, la 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 la. Gentle suns and tender moons, moon glow suits me in you Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Cabaret Beat and welcome, Gabriel. I am so pleased that you're here and I'm looking forward to learn more about you, as is our audience. So let's get started with Gabriel. You are new to the scene.
I am.
Okay, you are very new to the scene, but you have been a performer and a writer. So tell me a little bit about how you got started in the world of music. Just, you can start from when you were a baby, or you can start till 2 years ago. I don't know. Start wherever you'd like.
Cool. So I first started off in music actually when I was a very, very young child. I was always singing. My family always had music playing around the house. My mom and dad are both from the country of Panama, and they both played all sorts of music. To be honest with you though, I never considered myself a singer until this year. So in school, I was in band. I played piano, I played marimba, I played alto saxophone.
Ooh, marimba.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Guitars, a little bit of guitar too. Fast forward into now, I started seriously songwriting back in 2018, thinking I would just become a songwriter and pitch my songs to other folks in the cabaret community as well as in the Chicagoland area. I stepped onto stage accidentally almost during the Working in Concert Song Shop Sessions series with Claudia Hamel. Grew my confidence from there, and since then, I'm lucky enough to call myself a singer, songwriter, and performer.
So wait, let's go back a minute. You said accidentally. How do you accidentally step into something? What puts you in that area?
Well, I started off with I had gone to a concert at the Haven Entertainment Center in Kenwood. That was the celebrating 100 years with the Black Voices in Cabaret, the French and the Chicago connection. While I was there, I went there with my mom, and we happened to sit at the same table as Ann Burnell and Mark Burnell, Ann being the president of the Chicago Cabaret Professionals. So from there, I received an email to participate in the Arts in the Dark parade that was in October of 2021. From there, I had met Claudia, found out about Song Shop. I went there to pitch one of my original songs to other folks, but Claudia called me out to actually perform my song. So I went up there. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this will be a good demo. I'll attempt to sing this song. Hopefully someone will want to see it. After the performance, she asked me about seriously considering becoming a part of the show as a singer.
So wait, you weren't planning on singing at all. You just wanted to do your song, and hopefully somebody else would want to sing it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I was
okay,
there
so
to-
that's a accidentally falling into, okay, all right. And so you did, and she said, no, you become a part of it and sing it. And so you did. Now, did you accompany yourself, or, because you play guitar as well. So did you accompany yourself, or was it piano, or how did you, because you weren't prepared for it, so then how, so explain that, your performance.
Sure. For that particular song, I had struggle notated some sheet music using a finale program for the first time, a notation program. I had written out the piano song. This song I learned that I composed it on piano. So from there, I had given it to Bobby Schiff, who was the pianist for that particular Song Shop session. He was able to translate my admittedly challenge notation for that first time and managed to play it in the most majestic way.
Well, he's brilliant. So yeah, if you're going to get someone to help you out big time, he's one of them. So all right, so he translated to piano and played it for you. Okay. And what was the name of that song?
That song was one I had written entitled Timeless Eyes.
Okay. So, well, it's so funny. Everyone has a different story, and how you just happen to fall into things is wonderful. But let's talk about, you're the founder of you asked me before, but I'm gonna let you say it.
Umami Memories.
Okay.
Savoring Story, Song, and Soul.
What is that?
So Umami Memories is my budding social media presence, as well as in my mind, hopefully into fruition, my almost like my future empire.
Okay.
So my tagline is, I say that as humbly as possible. So
It sounds great, though. No, you have a vision, you have a plan, you have a story. I love it. Keep going on. So what is the future?
my tagline is savoring story, song, and soul, stew umami memories. And it's the combination of food, music, songwriting, family, and the written word.
Okay.
How all of those blend together to create these cherished memories that people remember for a lifetime.
Okay.
So my goal with that is to start like a publishing side for it, for music and songwriting. In the long term, I would love to open like a restaurant/lounge.
So there's where the food comes in.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, so you want a one-stop, I'm just gonna say one-stop shop. Come here for a meal, for a story, for a spiritual movement.
Yes.
For that. Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, thank you.
That sounds nice.
Thank
But
you.
here's the thing. Do you cook?
I do cook
Okay.
a little bit.
Because sometimes people have a vision, but they're like, well, I went to the restaurant. I'll get somebody else to cook it. But you cook.
I
So-
do cook. I cook on the side. My mom in particular is a wonderful cook, as well as my dad
Okay.
and the rest of my family. So I picked up on that from them. And also, I just love food. I love the interaction with food. I love music. I love how music can almost summon like these different spirits and emotions and imagery. All of those together are what I envision umami memories to be.
Okay, so here's a question. When you're cooking, I'm quite sure music is playing somewhere.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Okay. Have you named any dishes? Have you created dishes or, gone that far and give them musical names maybe? Have you done that?
In a sense, I have. Like, my specialty, I admit, is like a form of mastacholi that I love to make. I put a million different vegetables and spices inside of it. So it's pretty simple. I call it umami mastacholi.
I love it. I love it. Okay, that's number one. Okay, so that's probably going to be the specialty in the restaurant. That starts there. Okay. Now, how about any libations that go with that? Any drinks that you think about? Doesn't not alcoholic necessarily, but have you thought about that? 'Cause libations are soothing to the body too. So and it goes with the food. So,
Oh, yeah.
if you're gonna have a restaurant,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to have some libations.
I am 100% in agreement. I am a big fan of wine in general, especially Merlot and other red wines. But I would love to mix in both like the wines and the spirits, as well as the actual spirit, the Holy Spirit,
Right.
to bring that feeling of like home and comfort. And to honor my mom as well, who isn't necessarily the fondest of wine, I would love to have like different smoothies and a variety of teas too,
Okay.
to make sure that everybody feels welcome and is included, and can find something on the menu too.
I'm loving this. I'm loving. And no, wait. Okay, seriously. Now, how long do you think it's going to take to get this restaurant going? Because now I'm hungry, and that's not a bad thing at all. Trust me. So, what is it about performing that really makes you, like you said, you're writing, but now you're singing. You have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you.
It's just when you open your mouth to sing, you know a story is coming. So how do you feel about that when you thought you were going down one path and, oh, wait, now I'm singing. I'm just not trying to sell my songs. How does it make you feel?
Honestly, it makes me feel both humbled and full of gratitude. It makes me feel like almost like I'm evolution in motion. Because all my life, I never considered myself a singer. I didn't think I could sing at all. So to have this surprise when folks were telling me that I actually not only could sing, but could sing well, and I only accepted that fact, well, I guess a fact according to, humbly as I can, I've only accepted that probably within like the last month or so to actually call myself a singer in that sense.
Okay.
So I would say humbled and grateful to God.
Okay. Yes. Glory be to God. How many songs have you written?
Officially, maybe like 25 to 30
Okay.
right now. Some of the songs are like mostly like lyric sets. Others might be sketches of melody. Others start to come together kind of, through either caressing it, coaxing it, or like deliberately trying to experiment with different sounds and textures.
Okay. And have you had the opportunity to attend a lot of cabaret shows over the last year or so here in Chicago or elsewhere? And do you find yourself learning from those, or just, taking in everyone's different vision of what they feel cabaret is? Because everyone's vision is totally different. How about that? Have you had an opportunity for that?
Yes, ever since joining the Chicago Cabaret Professionals, and even before that, I've always had an interest in cabaret, as an art form. I've always admired it. I've always loved the blend of the variety of disciplines, from dance to poetry to comedy to music and performance, even to some of the more the more erotically charged forms of cabaret as well. I've admired the art form involved in those aspects as well. So seeing all of these different shows, I've been able to kind of truly observe and take in all the variety of ways that people can engage the audience, as well as transmit their own identity through the music and performance to people to accept. Wow. So it's been a really cool experience.
Great. So what's coming up for you in 2023?
On January 29th, I am going to be a part of the Opportunity Knox show at Davenport's Piano Bar in the Wicker Park neighborhood of Chicago. So that's going to be coming soon.
Okay.
Also, in 2023, I am planning to officially release music. So hopefully I'll have an EP or something by the end of the year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yay.
I also am going to be planning my own concert or my own show in 2023 as well.
Okay. Oh, so you have a full year coming up. You've got a lot going on. And when you're singing it, what was the first one that's at the end of January at Davenport's?
That's going to be Opportunity Knox.
So are you going to be singing your own material there?
And that show, I won't be singing my own material per se, but I will be reinterpreting two other songs in my own style. So the common idiom that good artists borrow, great artists steal. I'm hoping to be a great artist and kind of snatch those songs and make them Gabriel Valentino songs.
There you go. He's like, I'm gonna steal it. I'm just gonna steal it.
It's the goal.
Wow. Wow. Oh, this is wonderful. I am so excited for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're a breath of fresh air, and I love, recognizing and visiting and speaking and just learning more about new talent that comes into Chicago. Chicago is full of talented individuals. And you're finding your niche, you're making a name for yourself, and that's wonderful. And I'm wishing you the best. And I know all of us can't wait to see, what comes out of you in your songs, and when you steal things, what you make them. So before you leave, though, you're going to sing a song for us. So you can tell me what the name of that song is.
Sure. This song is entitled Innocently Wiser.
Innocently Wiser. Well, Gabriel, thank you so much. This has been a joy, and I'm sure everyone has enjoyed listening to your story. So you take care, and thank you so much.
You as well. The honor was all mine. Thank you so much, Wydetta.
You're welcome.
Life is so, so precious. I wrote this song about the declaration of living freely. When you gain experience, you become innocently wiser. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me play into exhaustion. Let me love so hard it hurts. Let me fail until I'm learning. Let me dream of my rebirth. I need to be so I can be innocently wiser. I wait and see, dive in the deep. I rise up high, I'm innocently wiser. I'm innocently wiser. I'm innocent. Let me sing until I'm flying. Let me run so long I wheeze. Let me laugh so hard I tremble. Let me see so I'll believe. I need to be so I can be dive in the deep, I rise up high, I'm innocently wiser. I'm innocently wiser. I'm innocent. Let me play into exhaustion. Let me love so hard it hurts. Let me fail until I'm learning. Let me dream of my rebirth. Let me sing until I'm flying. Let me run so long I wheeze. Let me laugh so hard I tremble. Let me see so I'll believe. Let me taste the bitter sweetly. Let me find within it truth. Let me hear the quiet kindly. Let me listen to it too. Let me live so full I hunger. Let me think forever free. Let me feel in ardent color. Let me grow eternally. I need to be so I can be innocently wiser. I wait and see, dive in the deep, I'll rise up high and higher, baptized in experience. I'm innocently wiser. I'm innocently wiser. I'm gonna grow eternally. I'm gonna feel forever free. 'Cause I'm innocently wiser. I'm
Hey, this is Alex, and I am a proud member of the Chicago Cabaret Professionals. I'm also proud to be working with Chicagoland Spirits, makers of Chicago Spirit Vodka, and we also make Chicago Cabaret Vodka. As you can see, I still have some remnants of the holidays. I also had a pear left over and an orange left over, so I thought I would make a pear orange martini. Very simply, cut a pear in half, put the pieces in a cocktail mixer, a wedge of orange with the peel still on, and we're going to take 2 cloves, crush them, and put that in with this. There you go. Here's my 6 shots of Cabaret vodka. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And now we muddle. Okay, this is really important to get this right. You want to get that rind really mixed in good. Most excellent. Now let's pour in the rest of the vodka. The triple sec, use Cointreau if you have it. I didn't have any in the house. There's a triple sec. The ice has been chilling off our martini glass. Now shake vigorously. Okay, we're going to strain this into our chilled martini glass. Look at that, just like a professional bartender. Okay, drop in an orange wedge, a little slice of pear, and this is going to be beautiful. Garnish with an orange wheel. Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon for taste and looks. And I tell you, Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, looks confuyo. Let's give it a shot. Wow, tasty. Put me right back in the holiday spirit. So back to Cabaret Beat. Enjoy the rest of the show. Have a great 2023.
The relationship wasn't always easy. You asked me if I love you, and I choke on my reply. I'd rather hurt you honestly than mislead you with a lie. 'Cause who am I to judge you for what you say or do? I'm only just beginning to see the real you. And sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides. And all its strategy keeps me battling with my pride. The insecurity, some tenderness survives. I'm just another writer, still trapped within my truth. A hesitant prize fighter, still trapped within my youth. And sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides. At times I wanna break you and drive you to your knees. At times I wanna break through and hold you tenderly. At times I understand you, and I know how hard you try. I watch as love command you, and I watch love pass you by. At times I think we're drifters, still searching for a friend, a brother or a sister, and then the passion flares again. And sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides.
Welcome to Cabaret Beat, and welcome Staci.
Hi. Thank you, Wydetta. I'm really glad I'm here today.
Oh, and I'm happy you're here too. I am looking forward to learning a little bit more about you. So let's get started. And I'm going to let you take us to wherever you want the journey to begin.
Okay.
Okay. We want to know how it started for you.
Okay. Well, probably unlike a lot of people, I started singing pretty late in life.
Okay.
I loved to sing when I was younger, and I loved theater. And I remember the first Broadway show I ever saw, actually it was like the touring company, but it was a chorus line, like a lot of people my age, actually.
Okay.
And I fell in love with theater at that point, and that's what I wanted to do. And so I would like sing around the house a lot. And I was singing at my grandma's house one day, And my two sisters were there, and my grandma was trying to control all three of us. Even though I was probably like 11 years old, so I wasn't like that hard to control, but my little sister's 8 years younger than me, so she was 3 and like running around all over the place. And I was singing, and I can't remember what I was singing. I think it might have been Somewhere Over the Rainbow or something like that.
Okay.
And my grandma told me that I couldn't sing. Like, she got really angry at me. My very demure grandmother, who never got mad at anything, yelled at me and told me to stop singing, that I couldn't sing. And that was it for me, like, for years.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, I didn't join choir in junior high. I didn't join choir in high school. I acted. I have a degree in theater from Michigan State. And I did, tons and tons of plays. Did a lot of directing while I worked regular day jobs, but I never sang.
Oh, so she took the bug out of you to want to sing, but she
Yes.
didn't take the theater bug out of you.
No,
So
that
there
was
you
too
go.
hard to take out of me.
Okay, good, okay.
But I was like, okay, well, I can't sing, so I'll just act. So when I had moved to Chicago in '98, I grew up in Michigan, moved from Michigan to Seattle after college, because that's pretty much what everybody was doing at that point in time. I also followed a boy out there.
Okay.
So
Well, that happens
yeah,
too.
that
Okay.
happens. Did a lot of acting while I was out there, met a lot of great people, studied a lot of improv. And then when the relationship broke up, I decided to move back to the Midwest, and I came to Chicago because I had a lot of friends here. And I was taking acting classes, and there was a woman in my acting class who also wanted to learn to sing, because we had these conversations about, why don't we try and sing? We've never sung before. I was in my like early 30s at the time, and I thought, why not? Why not try? And so she went and took a class at Old Town School with Gwen Pippin. And she came back to me and said, you have to take this class. This woman is amazing. You'll feel really comfortable. And I said, okay, I'll try. So the next semester I went and I joined the class with her at Old Town School with Gwen Pippin, and my life seriously changed from that point in time.
Wow.
Like it was, if I had never done that, my life would be so different now. I probably would have never met my husband. I wouldn't have half the friends that I have right now.
Also, a lot happened with that. Okay, I have a voice and I have a man. And
But it was like life-changing. And so I started with Gwen, studied with her for a while, and she really introduced me to cabaret and to all of the pianists I've met, all the open mics I go to. The whole world of cabaret is really because I took that class with Gwen.
Wow. So I have to ask them, did you have grandma in the back of your mind saying, like, oh, grandma said I couldn't sing, but I can? Or
in the beginning,
yeah,
very much so. And it was hard. I mean, I had like no range in the beginning. I had a very high voice and I couldn't get down low at all. And I remember Gwen would do like the exercises, because it was a group class with everybody. And at a certain point she'd say, okay, Staci, drop out. Because she knew I couldn't get that low.
You can't go below this note, so stop singing.
Right.
So, well, that's the stop singing, meaning you just couldn't get down there, not stop singing.
Exactly.
So she goes, I guess she's a soprano. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So do you remember what you were singing when you were taking the class at Old Town? Do you remember the songs that you were singing?
Yeah.
Were they theater songs or regular songs, or what was the
They were
premise?
mostly standards, but
Okay.
most of this, there's a lot of standards that come from musical theater.
Right.
And she knew I was a theater person, so I knew every once in a while she'd throw in a song that was like a Staci song.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, so like Hard Candy Christmas, I think she brought that in because of me.
Oh, right.
And for years I sung that at Davenport's constantly, and I think that was the only song that they thought I knew. It was Hard Candy
They
Christmas.
just announce it when she comes up, and now singing Hard Candy Christmas.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to sing
Yeah.
something else. So, okay. So you now know that you can sing. And so how did that lead into musical theater for you?
Well, because I've been doing regular theater, I thought, this might open a whole new world for me, because like, I've never been a good type, especially for plays. I have this high voice, I'm little, I'm short. I used to be a lot littler, but I'm really short.
You're shorter, okay.
And so I thought, well, if I do musical theater, maybe I can play some of these, excuse me, but dumb blonde roles. So, and it did happen. Like I did play quite a few of those when I first started musical theater.
Okay.
And it's actually because I started doing musical theater that I met my husband. So that's why I met. If I'd never walked into Gwen's class, I
Right.
probably never would have met the person that I'm married to now.
Did you ever partner with him on stage? Were you ever?
We have
Oh,
a few
okay,
times.
okay.
We've almost killed each other on stage.
I was going to
too.
say, but you're still together, so
Yes.
something happened. But yeah, I can understand that. You're never up for the same roles.
No,
so, you
never.
know.
But we have auditioned for the same shows, and because he's a guy, and because he's actually really good. Like he's not, and not just because I'm his wife, but he's really good.
Okay.
I feel like if we're auditioning for the same show, I always have to say, you know, it's okay if you want him and not me. I get it. I understand.
Oh, they realize we're
we're not
together,
in-
but
yeah,
we're not together.
yeah,
So
we're-
don't not hire him
right.
because you can't hire me. I
Right.
understand
If you want
that.
us both, it'll be awesome. But if you don't, then
Right.
I'm okay with you just taking him. So.
Okay, okay. So, what are some of your favorite roles that you are so now happy that you got to
Got
do
to.
because you sing?
Yeah. So I played, oh God, what was her name? In Anything Goes,
Oh, the leader Bonnie or
not
Irma?
Irma. I did
okay,
Irma in that
okay.
production, which actually my husband was in too.
Okay.
I got to play Babette in Beauty and the Beast, which I loved.
Oh, Babette's fun.
Yeah.
Babette's fun.
I played. I did Godspell with my husband too, which was
Okay.
that was probably one of the most fun shows I was ever in because a lot of my close friends were in it too.
Yeah, that's
And
a fun
yeah,
show,
it's just
especially with the right group of people.
Yeah.
Okay, you never want that show to end if you have a great
Exactly.
group of people. Perfect. Okay.
And I played Robert Ann in Nonsense more times than I can count on one hand.
but
because
that's such a fun
I know.
role.
I know, it's awesome. And she almost feels like a part of me now. Like every time we go out for a fundraising event, you know, with this group of Nonsense that I've been doing since 2004, we periodically have these events that we do it for. Like, you know, a church will hire us to do it as a fundraiser, or another theater company has hired us to do it as a fundraiser before. And
It's so funny because that's a show that's done as a fundraiser. I mean, it's a fundraiser within the show.
Right.
So you're now doing it as a fundraiser.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that.
So we've done it. So we've resurrected it several times to do it that way, and it feels like putting on a piece of myself again because I've played her so many times. And then I did Nutcrackers like a few years ago too.
Okay.
So the same group of people we did Nutcrackers.
And just so you know, I'm a nonsense person too. So you know, I love it, Sister Hubert. Yay! So let's move onward then. How did you become a part of the cabaret world?
So when I was studying with Gwen, she was playing at Davenport. I think she played Friday nights, like before George came on, George Howe. And we would come in sometimes and listen to her play, and she'd have us do sing-alongs. And eventually those kind of led to shows
Okay.
in the back room of Davenport's. And those shows went on for years there. We would have a show like maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year at Davenport's for all of Gwen's crew. When she passed away in 2014, I didn't stop with the cabaret. I just started to find other venues. To do it with. I'm a big believer in studying. Like I like learning all the time. And so I would look for classes and things on cabaret, which aren't as common as you would think.
Not hardly any.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you found some.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I actually started with cabaret with CCP, was because I found, I had been talking to people and they said, you know, check out CCP, looked at it online, and I started to find some workshops and classes through looking at the website, started to get to know more people, started doing opportunity knocks when Bob Howell took it over.
And what is that? Explain that a little bit.
It is it's really like a showcase for people who are just getting started in cabaret, or who are like me and do cabaret but don't have the confidence or the time to like put on a full show of their own.
So you're basically sharing a show with other people.
Exactly.
And just learning and, you know, getting the grasp on it. And hopefully in the very near future, you'll have your own, you know, or sometimes a duet, sometimes
Yeah.
you know, a show with one other person
Yeah.
is just as great, and then you know the next one is your own.
Yep.
So nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
So there's this little story I want you to just go ahead and tell us about. You said a few years ago I was singing a song called "I See Stars" during the Opportunity Knocks at Davenport's, and take it from there.
Okay. So actually, it was one of the Opportunity Knock shows at Davenport's. It was the last one before COVID, so it was
okay.
it was February of 2020. And one of the songs I sang was a song called "I See Stars," which is from Mean Girls. And I was kind of nervous because it was a newer song for me, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But some of the lines are, "You are real, and you are real, and you are." Oh God, I can't remember. You are real and you are good, or something like that, talking about how great somebody is, you know, and saying, I see you. I see that you're this great person. And I spoke them right to people that were at the front tables. I sang them right to them. And after the show, one of the women came up to me and said, I just loved your song. And she's like, and thank you so much for singing that to me, right to me. And she told me which line it was. And I said, you're so welcome, I said. And she's like, I was having such a bad day, and that just made me feel so much better that somebody was seeing me.
And music is so uplifting. When you're singing, you never know who you're going to touch. And without even trying, I mean, you're trying to bring people in, but you don't know what that's doing to that person.
Exactly.
And when they take the time to come and tell you,
right,
you're doing right. You're
Right.
doing all right. You're doing a good job.
It felt really good to know that I made somebody feel, feel better about their day.
So that means you just have to keep singing.
Exactly.
And keep making people feel that way.
Yeah.
So time has flown. I'm
it's-
so sorry.
it's okay.
We're almost done here. But before we leave, could you please tell us what song you're going to sing?
I am going to sing Blue Horizon.
Okay.
And the reason I picked that song is because if you remember earlier in my interview, I talked about how I moved from Seattle to Chicago, and that was because my relationship broke up. And when I first heard the song, I thought, Kuman and Diamond, did they know me? Because it completely reminded me of my move from Seattle to Chicago.
And there we have it. Thank you so much, Staci.
Thank you.
Push the pedal to the floor, the U-Haul starts to fly. Bland Ohio countryside is swiftly sliding by. In the rear view I can see clouds of what we used to be. Then those clouds began to spread, and the sunrise lies ahead. Yeah, the western sky is black, but I'm never looking back as I keep my eyes on the road and the blue horizon. Speeding in these mountain hills, the thoughts spread through my mind, distant echoes in my ears of the life I left behind, miles from everything I've known, with a million miles to go. But this mist can't wash away thoughts of you and yesterday. Now my mind will soon be clear, and the clouds will disappear as I keep my eyes on the road and the blue horizon. All those roads you sped me down, twists and turns you led me through. All the detours and mistakes, all the times I hit the brakes, brought me winding back to you. So you stole those 7 years blinked my eyes and they were gone. Now I'm finally changing gears. I'm driving on. As the skyline comes in view, brand new city welcomes me. In this maze of glass and steel, for the first time I feel free, not a victim of my past. Now I'm moving on at last. True, I'm traveling alone, but at least my life's my own. Now I'll mend my broken heart, and I'll make a brand new start as I keep my eyes on the road. Yeah, I got my eyes on the road. Yeah, I got my eyes on the road. And the blue horizon, blue horizon, blue horizon.
Thank you for tuning in to another Cabaret Beat. To learn more about the Chicago Cabaret Professionals or to make a donation, please visit us at our website. Look at the link below. You'll find out a lot of information about when and where members of the Chicago Cabaret Professionals are performing. Take care and see you next time on Cabaret Beat.